Hey everybody, I hope you're doing well. It's been a kind of cool and misty kind of day, but not really rain, and I actually weeded in my front yard, which I can't stand to do. Got my fingernails dirty. It about killed me for an hour or so squatting and weeding, and but we have such a beautiful yard, and I want to honor that, being in a new house the last 6 or 8 months, and the previous owner spent so much time on her beautiful yard, thousands of dollars of landscaping and all that, so trying to keep the weeds out and trying to trim the monkey grass that had brown spikes on it. I didn't know that you could trim it down in the winter and it would come back nice and healthy, and so I've got brown mixed in with green, so trying to get all that out. But I just wanted to quickly show you, this plastic thing is it goes in a dog kennel, and I believe it's in my Amazon link. So as you can see, it's no worse for the wear. It's had all kinds of stuff done on it. It's probably about 36 inches across and maybe 20 or so deep, and I've got butcher paper underneath, which I always have butcher paper on my table, and I've got a puppy pad before I do my pour. This is just parchment paper, but it's great to store paint skins on. Look at that, how beautiful that is on the back side. It's so shiny. It's kind of like when you do resin and you take, resin out of a mold. It's really shiny on the sides that are against the mold usually. And that's got that 24 karat gold, so it shimmers like crazy. And that was the leftover pour, and here's a couple little pieces. I had gotten one of these jumbo mats from Lowly Vafe or Love Life. It's a silicone mat, and these drips have dried from when I did my pours the other day. And look, you just take it and you just peel right up. Beautiful on the back, look at that. Sometimes it's as beautiful on the back as it is on the front. I keep my paint skins like this and I keep them in a big old Tupperware bin, so I try not to be wasteful. And you have to put something between them or they stick together like glue and will not come apart. So I'm going to take off these little pieces that are no good or too small to make anything with. But I just stack them in a Tupperware bin, and some people put them in notebooks, but you can also put them on parchment paper or wax paper, something like that, sheet protectors. So I'm just peeling off these good little pieces, and I'm going to do a resin pour after this video. That's my next project, because I've been on a resin kick and I have just been loving it, even though it's a mess and you have to wear safety equipment and all that. So I'll finish cleaning that later, but this will be put back out for my resin pour. That's why I'm saving it. So just wanted to show you this, and that's how I save my skins. Move it out of the way. So today I'm going to do a 16 by 20 canvas, and the reason being, I did a pour a couple of days ago and just posted the video recently, and here's one of the paintings. It's dry, and I used black and the DecoArt 24 karat gold, which is what you see so brilliant there. And then this deeper color here is Arteza, like Aztec gold, with a little bit of the deep brown pearl mixed in it. And then there's a little bit of pearl paint, and it turned out so pretty. So I'm going to do a larger one, but what I wanted to do, I had poured on 2 license plates. These are plastic that I got on Etsy or eBay, and they turned out so pretty, the colors and the patterns. I love the combination, and so I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to do a traveling tree ring pour and do it on a 16 by 20 because I liked these so much, and you just see that shimmer of that DecoArt 24 karat gold. It's just to die for. So that's my plan today, and I've got my black is Artist Loft Flow Acrylic, and I do it 1:1 ratio of paint to Floetrol. I keep Floetrol by the gallons, but here's a quart to show you what it looks like. It's latex based, which means water based. Then you add water because the Artist Loft paints are always thicker, and you've got to add water to get it to the right consistency. And I'll show you that. It's just, you know, you want to pour off your stick like warm honey or melted ice cream, and you want it to just land on the surface of your paint. I want a slight mound. I don't want this real watery because I'm doing a tree ring pour, so I wanted my paints a little bit on the thicker side. And I hate these gloves because they're larger than I like. I like my gloves to be skin tight so I don't have any bunched up fingers on the ends and things like that, because I like to be able to touch and manipulate my paint if I want to. So the gold is DecoArt 24 karat gold, and it's just so gorgeous. Same mixture, 1:1 with Floetrol. You can do 1.5 or 2 parts Floetrol to the gold if you want to. Some people like to do that. My white is part white, and then I put in some Liquitex Basics Iridescent White, trying to make a pearl paint. Iridescent Medium from Artist Loft, which I love this. And then I took a little cup and put this PearlEx MacroPearl, which is a very, very shimmery pearl powder. And what I do is I put some retarder in a little cup and put the powder in, and I mix that powder into this wet retarder first to get it dispersed in a liquid, and then I put it into the paint. I don't put the powder straight into the paint because it might get clumpy, so that's just something to take note of. So this is not, you know, just a standard pre-mixed color. I didn't really have pearl paint around in a larger quantity, so I just made my own, and I basically just want it white, but it's got some shimmer in it. And then I've got my black, and I've got extra black here in case I need it. This canvas is 16 by 20, and the chart calls for about 11 ounces of paint, so I wanted at least 13 or 14 ounces, if not more, just to have extra, because I don't like to be short on paint. So these are 9-ounce cups, so that's probably about 8 ounces and 15. I got 20 plus ounces of paint, so I'm good. Now this was the cup that I mixed my black in before I put it into my bigger container. So this cup has just a little bit of black paint on the bottom, and that's totally fine. I'll put a little bit more, and we're going to layer because it's a tree ring pour, and you want layers. And so I'm going to try to separate them out. And I think what I want to do is a little bit of black in between each layer. So I know I'm going to need more black in that cup. This is a 16-ounce cup, so I'm not going to do it full, but I am going to do it pretty full. You know me, I probably always put too much in anyway. I'm going to have too much. That's okay. Whatever drops on the puppy pad will be beautiful and great for later for skins. So I'm out of paint in that cup. I'm going to just go straight from this container to finish. I'm not going to use all the paint apparently. Well, I want the freedom to be able to kind of fill my canvas up and tilt it the way I want to. So this is all good. So I'm gonna, like I said, it's gonna be a traveling tree ring. So I'm not necessarily gonna start in the center. I didn't put silicone or OGX in it. I don't like to trickle across, but I am today. I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone a little bit. And I'm going to use up my extra black paint. You can always put your extra paint on the corners because that's sometimes the hardest spot to get. I have done so little pouring in the last months. I've done more artwork and artwork on pours than I have pours. So it feels a little strange to be doing it, but it also feels really good. So automatic sells because you've got enamel, the DecoArt is enamel paint, so you got cells kind of really whether you want them or not. I'm gonna pop any air bubbles. I think I am going to put a little extra So this area I want to break up, and I want to break up that area. So I'm just going to think for a minute. Okay, I think I'm done. I wanted to get the blackish colors in the corners. I wanted to break up these hard areas that were too strong, and the cells are popping through as well. But I wanted to just incorporate a little white and black on this end, swiping, you know, just a little bit to break up all that gold, and then, you know, incorporating some gold into this black and white area. So to me it feels more cohesive now. I love all the patterns going on. I love when you can do a tree ring pour and not get cells. This would have been super gorgeous, and it's because I've got that gold, 24 karat gold, and the pearl. It makes cells just naturally. I have done a really cool zebra looking pour before that was just black and white, and so I'll have to do one of those again sometime, but large scale, because it turned out so cool and it was just a 12-inch painting. So I'm done with this one, and I hope you enjoyed watching it. These are just classic colors. They're just beautiful, and this 24 karat gold just sparkles. So you can't go wrong with the DecoArt 24 karat gold. You just can't. So I would love for you to subscribe if you aren't already a subscriber. Click on the bell in the bottom right for notifications when I post new videos. Check out all the links below the video where it says show more on your laptop and the down arrow on your mobile device. And that just gives you the description of what I've done in the video usually. And there's lots of links to my tutorials, my Facebook group if you want to come join me there, my website, my Etsy shop. Everything I paint is always for sale. It's typically in my website under the artwork for sale gallery. The only thing that's not for sale is in the sold gallery. And you can also see all my work on Facebook and purchase it there. I don't put everything I do on Etsy because I have hundreds of paintings. So I hope you enjoyed it, and I highly recommend you doing a pour like this, black and white just by itself, black and white and one color, black and white and one metallic like this. It just is always going to end up beautiful. It's just going to be always gorgeous. So I'm really pleased with it. It's just really lovely. I like the white, the way the white kind of lays over some of the colors too, kind of a ghost effect. So I think it turned out really pretty, and I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you on the next video. Thank you so much. Bye bye.